Central America's Regional Environment Program, Premaca, is implemented along with the Danish cooperation agency DANIDA. Among the associated components to the program is 4B. With this, it aims to contribute to the generation of employment and income in poor communities through the business generation based on environmental conservation and social responsibility. In order to implement this, FUNDER and FIDE have the objective of designing a prioritized plan of technical assistance and training that will help small and medium producers become consolidated as eco-companies. For a better application of this plan, the SNV is working on the implementation of a learning method that will also complement better identified practices and systemization, combined with experience on the field level. For the systemization of the experiences developed in this project, we have to gather feedback on behalf of some of those implicated by the development of the project in different companies and related institutions.
Fue ese gran impacto que hemos tenido nosotros como mujeres trabajando aquí en la empresa, porque es algo que nosotros nos ha fortalecido.
The great impact that working for the company has had on us as women is that it has made us stronger. In these times, it's hard to get a job around here. Women get paid 50 lempiras a day working in the field, and it's a tough job. So we're very thankful for this job, because here you don't work as hard as in the field. They even bought us a coffee grinder and a microwave so that we can eat hot lunches. What more could we ask for?
El problema de nuestros productos básicamente no es en la calidad, ni la integridad, ni tampoco en la capacidad de respuesta, sino que también es la parte de mercadeo, la cual
Basically, the problem with our products is not the quality or integrity, neither the capability of our response. But the marketing part received very little support. The NGO support creates a way of dependency to companies like this. They provide them with a lot of training, but this kind of training has a very technical scale, and that affects us a lot, because the illiteracy of the people is very high, up to a 60%. Some of them don't even know how to write and read, and it's very hard to assimilate complex and technological lectures.
El impacto socioeconómico ha sido grande porque una de las prioridades ha sido mejorar el nivel de vida de cada uno de nuestros socios y socias.
The social economic impact has been significant because our priority has been to improve the quality of life of our partners. We also believe that in health and education, we have made a big step forward through supporting the maternal health center of Marcala, because it provides treatment to our sons and daughters. Regarding the training of new leaders, our company believes that the children of the partners that have the potential will take over the company, and in that way, our children will be empowered so that the company has a long-term vision and sustainability.
A través del tiempo hemos ido creciendo, mejorando, y eso se ha dado gracias a la ayuda de alguna...
Through time we have grown and improved with the help and cooperation from FIDE. And for us, that has been a great support, particularly in the commercial part. In the beginning, they were looking to form a group and storage center, where all the production from the area could be collected and go out into the market, not as individuals, but as a group. We didn't have a mixed area. We didn't have a post-harvest area or recycling area. We had a storage room, but it wasn't in the best conditions. Now in our storage room, we are able to identify the order of everything. We have a post-harvest area with signs about the products that come in from the fields. There is also a washing area for the product, and a disinfection area. And then we have the area where the product is completely finished and ready to go into the market. At the beginning, we didn't believe in them that much because we didn't have many visits or we thought their promises were just lies. But those of us who were struggling form a group of about 45 people and have been in a 2-year process. Some members of the group said, "These guys are lying to us and they don't provide us with a concrete project." So they went away. Those of us who stayed, we're still here. Now we've changed. Before, we didn't have the capability of having a good relationship within our group. But now, with the training from FUNDER, we have learned how to behave among ourselves. We believe that we are going to be in a better economic situation in the future. It's what we hope, those of us who are part of this group. Right now, we're beginning, but this is a process that will take more than one day to develop.
Anteriormente, pues nosotros les vendíamos a mercados
We used to
informales.
sell our product to the informal market, meaning intermediaries. Now we are selling directly to the supermarkets. Truly, this has been something great. In my family, we didn't receive the value of our work. We weren't even able to pay for the education of our children. Little by little, this has improved, but as I've said, we have to keep growing. We cannot stay behind, and I know that we will improve. I can compare the difference between 2 years ago and this day. We used to sell 50, 70, or up to 100 boxes of our product to the market. And today, we just send 800 boxes to a supermarket. You can see that we're progressing.
Necesitamos mejorar los registros, hacer de la agricultura una actividad empresarial. Los productores han evolucionado y tienen mejores prácticas.
We need to improve our registers for the agricultural and entrepreneurial activity. The producers have evolved and have better business practices. But it's really important to go further than that. Before, it used to be a divorce between the producer and the seller. And the producer didn't know what the client was looking for. It's important that we keep on working together as a team, complementing each other. The sellers playing their role, the agronomic engineers hired through some of the consulting NGOs, and the government, so that we can support the producer. So that the producer can have an integral proposal and that he is able to develop.
Las ecoempresas como tales.
Eco-companies are growing in different phases of development. Some of them are in their growing phase, some others are in their development phase, and others are even already consolidated companies. In this process, the donors are disappearing and the local organizations are starting to take off with the technical and economic support which we have provided for them. We have seen through the implementation of good agricultural practices, of cleaner certified organic production systems, and from other voluntary certifications which the companies have achieved to differentiate their businesses, that they have been able to generate better income and to compete in the market with the products they have.
En tema de desarrollo o la cooperación tradicional ha venido desarrollando proyectos al margen del sector privado, al margen de las empresas, porque
the subject of development through the traditional cooperation has been developing projects aside the private sector, aside the companies, because its importance wasn't considered. We wanted to give a different focus where the private sector is what we need to develop. 2 recommendations. You always need to think that when you plan ahead, it is in a general way and not just from a business view. And that the resources are limited. With those limited resources, you have to be able to achieve a bigger impact. However, we have to choose those projects that have the capability of being reproduced. I think that there is a lot of creativity on behalf of the people, and we as an executing agent have to stimulate that creativity. The successful companies and countries are the ones who innovate. Honduras and its companies are capable of doing that, and that will provide them with a better position in the world.
The challenge of the program is to achieve a point where the small and medium producers turn into entrepreneurs and go to a higher level in terms of quality, their production volume, and access to the markets, fulfilling the economic requirements, the handling of the natural resources in a sustainable way, and the social responsibility. But in order to achieve this, there are no magical formulas. The program should fit the idiosyncrasy and the features or characteristics of every area or zone. Mistakes may be made, but we can learn from them. We're certain that the companies will be capable of self-sustainability and that they can serve as an example of agents of change and development.